Luigi's Mansion 3 walkthrough. So we're gonna head to floor 5F, and I guess that's the 5th floor. We're gonna head to floor 5, and there's a pretty lengthy loading screen in the elevator ride, which is pretty classic for video games to use elevators as the load screen, but I'm gonna try to cut most of those out just so you don't have to waste your time. And we're going to pretty much follow the formula throughout the rest of this walkthrough of just completing a floor. And usually when you finish a floor, then that will unlock a new floor, and you're going to do that all the way until you get to the top of the hotel. And sometimes we'll have to go up or down, and there's a bunch of other events that may cause us to repeat a floor a couple of times, but not really too often. So Egad helped us out with a lot of tutorials earlier, and he also has the virtual boo that we get, I think that's what it's called, something like that. Anyway, it's the virtual boy that we get to stick on our face and talk to him with. So it's kind of similar to the Game Boy Horror and whatever the 2D and the 3DS, the DS thing, the Nintendo DS and Luigi's Mansion 2, whatever that one was called. It's kind of similar to that one too, where it's just kind of our tool that we can use to contact Egad. So there's going to be a path to the left side that we can't quite open up yet, but for now we can head over to the right side by using the plunger. And the plunger would get me stuck pretty often when I first played this game, because it's just, there's so many like things that Luigi can do in Luigi's Mansion 3, and there's a lot of puzzles that just need you to figure out which ones of those to use. So the plunger is a pretty common one, and if you're ever stuck on some kind of a wall or some kind of flat surface, then try out the plunger. And that side room to the left, there's really nothing in there that's important for the completion of this floor, and I'm trying to cut out most of the stuff that isn't important for the completion of the floor. So I would recommend that you get the game yourself and go explore those other rooms. They're pretty dang cool, and when you see me walk into a door and there's a transition, that's just, again, same thing. There's nothing in that room that is necessary for the completion of the level, so I'm just going to try to cut it out. And there's a gem there in that guy's mouth, but as I mentioned in the previous video, I am going to leave all the gem locations and how to acquire them for a separate collectibles video. And once we walk far enough to the right side, we're going to run into a few more ghosts, and one thing that I kind of had an issue with is that the ghosts feel a little bit too forgiving. I really think that they had an opportunity, even though it probably wouldn't make much sense, but I really thought that they had a chance to make the ghosts in this game pretty annoying and challenging, or at least have some kind of challenge mode, and to my knowledge there's not really any kind of super difficult mode, but maybe there is. Maybe I should look that up before I say there is or isn't. Luigi's Mansion 1, the remake on the 3DS, when you beat it, it has like a New Game Plus version, and it's a bunch of harder, different levels. And I think what's interesting is that that version was actually the PAL version of Luigi's Mansion 1 back when they released it. So they had the North American NTSC version, and then they had the European and I believe Japanese, the PAL versions. And the PAL was way harder than the North American version. And it really wasn't uncommon and back then for Japan to tone down the difficulty for America. It really was well known, you know, that the games we were buying in America were easier than the Japanese ones. And I think part of that is why they didn't release Dark Souls or Demon Souls so fast in America, but then when they did Demon Souls and Dark Souls, they found their success in North America, and then the rest of the world, of course. But I don't think Demon Souls had initial high success in Japan at first, so kind of interesting how that changes over time. Anyway, there's a briefcase that we have to pick up for Egad, and a big maid ghost is taking it from us, so we will be trying to pay attention to the rooms that she is running into, and if we use our black light, or whatever the light's officially called, I'm probably just going to end up calling it the black light. Anyway, when we use our black light, we should be able to trace where she's gone, so we can see pretty easily that she went into the left room. The cutscene also showed that, or at least the room to the left of us, in this case 507, and there she is, ready for us. Now you'll notice on the briefcase is a circle, so you'll just want to launch a plunger onto that and then suck it up, and then you'll be able to throw her around for a little bit, and then she'll run away after she hits 120 health. And that's going to be another common theme for most of the bosses and stronger enemies. They're going to usually have different phases, so it doesn't really matter how much damage you do. Once they hit a certain amount of health, they're going to be able to move on to the next phase, and you'll have to wait. Pretty typical for games to do that anyway. And this is EGAD letting us know that the game autosaves every time we open up a door, and it takes about once every 10 seconds, so if you're rapidly opening and closing doors, it's not going to save super fast, but you really don't have to worry about your progress being lost. All you have to do is walk through a door, and in the bottom right you'll see saving. So if you lost where the maid is, all you have to do is shine the black light, and we discovered she's in whatever room number this one was, and then we can throw her around a few more times, and then she'll disappear to the right side, and this will go into the bathroom of this room. And I can't actually remember, I don't think she's in here. Nope, so she walked into the room to the right of us, which would be the other bathroom, it looks like. So we're gonna head on out and go back to the right down the hallway. And we'll head on back into 506, and there she is. So we'll just want to plunger her a final time, and that should release the briefcase.
Nice. Hello?
So Luigi's going to store that briefcase who knows where, and we're going to get another button for the elevator, this time for floor 3, and that's going to be pretty typical for each floor. You're going to go through, complete the puzzles, defeat the enemies, and get a new elevator button. So this let me try to rephrase that. This time, though, once we go back to the elevator, EGAD is going to request that we go visit him down in the basement. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head back to the elevator because we are done with this floor for now. And then we're going to go back to the basement and talk to EGAD, in which case we'll be sitting through yet another tutorial. This time we will be introduced to Luigi, who is extremely helpful, and that will also unlock the co-op play. And it does kind of bug me when games advertise co-op play, but they don't tell you when the co-op play starts. In my opinion, if your game has co-op, you should be able to play co-op from the beginning. And it should be easily drop in, drop out co-op. But in Luigi's Mansion 3, it doesn't really tell you when the co-op is, but it's about the time when you have... Oh, was I saying floor 3? I meant floor 5. Oh, no, wait, we're on 5. We got 3. Okay, we're good, we're good. Anyway, it's about the time that you actually finish the first floor, and then you head on back to EGAD, that now you'll get co-op unlocked. So, if you want to play with your friend or whoever, now you can, but we're going to listen to EGAD, and then I'll see you in the next video.
게임은 뭐해? 아포.
Uh-huh. Whoa.
오로로 우도 빵빵. 오로로 우도 빵빵. 야만바 뭐해? 아포. 아포 올라가. 차차차차. 우도 빵빵. 우도 빵빵. 야보 야보 훅훅훅.
Oh.
온가?
Wowie.
오도.
Huh.
응? But I. 루이기. 우도 빵빵. 오로로 우도 빵빵. 루이기. 우이. 노지비가기. 우이. 오는가? 차차차차. 예. 스크스크. 시케. 차차차차차. 차차차차. 게임은 뭐해? 아포. 게임은 빼지기. 우도. 스크스크. 우이. 소스상. 사메노 타치. テルククケウィソそうかシケシケ
Hello.
やぼやぼほほほヤマンバーポエ発砲
What? Hello.
発砲うまかチャッチャチャッチャ
Haha.
発砲チャッチャチャッチャヤマンバーポエ発砲ルイージヒゲピンおや
Ah.
おやまアイドロ
Oh.
発砲うまかチャッチャチャッチャ
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
ゲイルーポエ
Ah.
発砲
Ah.
ゲイルーベジジオド
Huh?
ヤマンバーポエ発砲